Welcome back to Davin Speaks Football, and the 26-man squad for the Reggae Boyz officially dropped yesterday. And just by looking at it, we can see that the midfield is a bit lacking, right? Just by looking at the names overall. A lot of defenders, a lot of forwards. Still no Ravel in the midfield there. And we all know that Casey Palmer is out injured. So there's no Casey Palmer. There's no Liam Bailey in this squad. There's no Amari Bell in this squad. All three out on injury right now. You know, with Bell being the most recent player to be added to that injury list. Now, we do have some positives, right? So Rico Henry, some of y'all would know, is a teammate of Ethan Pinnock at Brentford. He plays in the Premier League. I think just coming off an injury as well, and he is looking good. Coach McLaren has decided to add him to that squad. Now, it's also reported, McLaren said it in the press conference, that Rico does not have his passport as yet, so they are working on that right now to see how best they can get that before the game against Trinidad and Tobago. I mean, right in time, a left back, just when we have a left back out injured, so that is really good to see. Hopefully we can get him ready for both games, but if not, more than likely he will be available for the second game. Now, there's also some talks as well from Coach McLaren that Bailey might be available for the very last game. Him and Casey Palmer might be available in the last game, so we'll wait and see how that play out. We're still looking light in the midfield. We only have the likes of Isaac Hayden, Bobby Reid, Jonathan Russell, Karai Anderson, Joshan Anglin. And yes, even though Ian Frey is listed as a defender, he was actually used on his debut in the midfield. If you guys remember that, he was playing with Bobby Reid in the midfield. It wasn't necessarily the best, to be quite frank, but at least, you know, we have like an alternative. I know sometimes they use Damian Lowe there as well, but I think the midfield, if ever a time you need a strong midfield, is in these final two games. That's just my take, right? So I'm not even talking about the forwards yet and the defenders as yet, but you win games in the midfield in football anywhere. You get me? That's where most of the ball is played. So if we lose in that battle, it's gonna make it even more difficult for our defenders to cope. So we need a strong midfield going into these last two games. It's not looking so good for the midfield, but forwards, you know, we have the likes of Kadamatieri still has his place. Bowser is back. For who don't know, Bowser is Shamar Nicholson. Roman Burrell, Demar Gray is also back. He was picked in the last squad as well, but had to leave because of injury. But he's now back. Haim Dixon still there. Ronaldo Cephas, which has been good for us. Warner Brown was for some a surprise inclusion because he was also injured recently. Not much game time for him in the most recent times, but he's also in the squad. Dujan Richards, we all know his stellar performance in that last game. I definitely think that man should be starting in that squad. So we'll see how it goes. We are good with the keeper, Andre Blake, Jamali Waite, Tafari Chambers. We all know that the number one is Blake. Once he's there, he's going to be playing. Defenders, Joe Latibodier, Ethan Pinnock, Richard King, Dexter Lembekisa, Gregory Lay, Damian Lowe, Rico Henry, Mason Holgate, Ian Frey. So we have some cover for the left back area where Bell has played, and you know we played Lay there as well, Gregory Lay, and now we have Rico as an option. So we in the left back and right back area, and in the defensive, the centre back area, we have good cover. Richard King, Damian Lowe, Pinnock. We have some good centre backs there. Mason Holgate can play there as well. But Richard King for me definitely is gonna be a starter. That man is just so composed on the ball. Weight of pass is also good. Right, Richard King overall just a talented player. We would want him straying further from that defense though, because he's solid around there. It's just to who he's going to be paired with. More than likely, it's going to be him and Pinnock. Damian Lowe, even though he was brilliant in the first 2 games, placed on the bench for the last 2. Let's see who will get another head in that defense. But I know, regardless of who is picked in the squad, we're always gonna have players who get left out and feel hard done by. Trevante Stewart, we have Ravel Morris is still not getting any an inclusion in the squad. Even though we look strapped for midfielders, we're not picking him. You get me? So I don't know what that is all about, but it's just a time right now to rally around the team, no matter who is being picked, because we definitely want to decide to go to World Cup. So we can put our individual biases to the side, to who we want to have in the side and who we think should be in the side. But side is already picked. We just have to work with who is there and see if we can get the best out of these players. Like I said, hopefully for the like of Casey Palmer and Bailey, they can come and even be a good addition to the last game. Because who knows, it might go down to the last game, It might go down to that game at the stadium. So we have to just ensure, say, we're really behind the team, and hopefully they can put in some good performances and take us to the World Cup. Because what we don't want to be doing is coming in second place. So we have to go to playoffs to try to get that spot. We just want to win the group and go automatic qualifier. So we know, we're going straight into the World Cup. Second place that's a big problem, because we're gonna have to be playing more matches than just these last 2. No, we just need to settle it now. We just need to settle it now. Win the 2 games them, and just know so we'll qualify for the World Cup. Last time we did that was 1998. So if we really go ahead and put in some performances for the next 2 games, then this should really be a big celebration in Jamaica by the 18th of November. So if you haven't already watched any of the games locally, then I don't recommend that you miss any. Well, I don't recommend that you miss the last game. So get your tickets. If I even the bleachers, bleachers, grandstand, wherever, as long as you're in the stadium supporting the team, yes, that's good. But let me know, guys, who you think should have been in the team. Let me know what you think about the persons being selected in the squad. Who you think should be in, who you think should be out. What you think about our chances to go to the World Cup. Do you think we'll be winning those games? Do you think we'll, hope, I don't even want to say it, but let me know what your opinion is on this squad right now in the comments. Thank you so much for watching.